I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, 33. And in my conversation with Jonathan Johnson, my first conversation, there's going to be more, he talks about going home, becoming one with the singularity and going home. And I'm going to probe him more about what that means from his perspective in future conversations. But today I want to talk about my feeling of going home. There are moments in my life when I've engaged in a practice that is a practice that tells my ego it's okay to let go. It tells my ego it's okay to release that tight grip that you want to maintain so much of the time in my life. One of those times I remember is when a girlfriend of mine got me into practicing yoga. And with the yogic practice, the asana practice, that's the physical body practice, holding the shapes. One of the intentions of holding the shapes is to put compression on these chakras, these energy centers that run through our spine. But the other intention is to tax the physical body to a point to where you get to final meditation, to your corpse pose, to the savasana, you're able to let go. And if your asana practice is quality, when you come to the end of it, when you lie there in stillness, it's just very easy to surrender, just to let go. It just happens naturally. And in this moment of letting go, I remember this is one of my experiences of feeling like I was home, that I was returning to Source. I was able to connect with the higher consciousness within me, the witness, and my ego was happy to let go. There are other times in my life, again, where I've had that experience. Sometimes in the opposite situation, when I was engaged with a task I was highly competent in, but was highly demanding of me, high performance task. Playing music on stage was one of those times, and there's a time you just get into what they call the flow state, the time where you're engaged in an activity that you're highly competent in, that you've prepared for through hours and hours of repetitions, and yet the circumstance you're in stretches you a little bit, and that stretch, that little bit of reaching, puts you into a place where you just got to let go. You just got to surrender. The ego, the part of you that wants to overthink all the time, just got to let go. And when you let go, you feel this relief, and it feels like going home. You're just one with what you're doing. And the flow state's like this active feeling of surrender, because with the savasana or meditation where you let go, you're in stillness, but in the flow state you're active, you're moving, you're in the world, you're engaging, but yet you feel one with all that is. And there's a feeling, again, of being home, of greater expanded connection, where that sense of separation is diminished. That sense of separation that's important for the human experience, that's important for us to stay alive in these bodies while we're here, but yet causes so much suffering, so much pain. So when we have these moments of going home, they are very important reminders that there is more to life than the stories that our fragile egos want to tell us. There's more to the constructs of the matrix that feed our egos, the endless quest for validation through making more money, through achieving greater status, greater recognition, greater fame. The quest, again, for erotic love only, for feeling that if we only had the perfect lover, then we'd be complete. All these very natural yet illusory programs and aspirations of the matrix of the ego. When we go home, all that goes away. All that is not even a memory, not even a thought at that point, because everything just feels right. And when we have those moments, once again, it's the reminder that there is something more. There's something higher that's within us that is looking through us, looking through our eyes, and experiencing world creation and the great play, the Leela of life. And when we have these reminders, then we have space. And when the space is open, we have room for greater potential to move within us and through us. And that is my wish for me, for you, for those of us who are in this play and are curious about this human experience. I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, 33, and I will see you on the other side.